we were trying to do a lot of things kind of at the same time, and it really led to a very hard development process.
Yeah.
And looking back on that, it's trying to think through, hey, how could we have maybe streamlined it better? And probably we would have stripped down code sets to a little bit more of a defined use thing instead of trying to cover as many applications at once.
Yeah, it's been an interesting space because of that. Like every time we talk to anyone, a customer or distributor, there's always a new application that could benefit from a slightly modified version of the technology that we have, right? And I think as innovators, as just an entrepreneurial company, we want to deliver that solution all the time. And I think we learned early on that like we can't deliver all the solutions, right? So we've that was one of the big lessons I think that came out of those first couple of years was just, we got to be good at what we're doing and not get distracted by trying to be everything to everyone.
Yeah. The other piece I think going back in the acquisition discussion too was we did something unique in the acquisition where we actually took all of the IP that Andy had created and we put this into a separate company called Perceive. And so occasionally on some of our marketing or what you'll see our Perceive entity. And our Perceive entity holds the IP, and Andy and I and my dad and one other gentleman are partners in that entity. And Grace Technology actually licenses the core IP from that entity. And then as we sell, we pay royalties back into the entity. But what that's allowed us to do is really create a avenue for government funding to be able to come into that entity, as well as our ability to have kind of a research and development arm that's outside of the typical Grace eco-structure. And so that's been a pretty innovative way. And we'll get into some of the grant work probably in a little bit. But we've been able to get $1.5 million or something in grants by kind of setting up the structure in that way, which has really led to some really incredible innovation.